I actually did a search on...
Wait, but can't like spies and stuff get a citizenship and then do this? Wait, these are the jobs. Special. Oh, this is cool. 6 things I can now legally do as a new US citizen. It's actually going to be interesting to watch because being from the UK, I'm not too sure what things he now can do as a US citizen. And hey, if I'm going to move to America, these are things that I'll be able to do whenever this happens. Maybe. So yeah, let's jump into this and see what we got with this.
Hello and Happy New Year to my fellow Americans. I've always wanted to say that. And to my fellow Brits and people around the world. And cats, apparently. This is the first video of the new year, and it's the first time that I've entered a new year being a citizen of more than one country.
Cool.
In case you missed my December special, which I will link to at the end of this video, I am now a citizen of the United States of America. And it got me thinking, how does that really change my life, except for the fact that I'll now cry at the end of the film Independence Day? Well, it turns out that it actually changes my life in several big ways.
Oh, really?
During the last 14 years in which I resided here legally as a lawful permanent resident, I was for the most part able to live my life quite freely. However, there were some restrictions. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how those restrictions no longer apply to my life since becoming a United States citizen.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to me.
Now, if you're watching this and you don't have a clue who I am, but you like the cut of my jib and think, ooh, maybe I should subscribe, do that now.
Yes, make sure you do.
Number 1, and this should fill you with absolute dread.
Wait, huh? I read that as coffee. I was thinking, what, you can now run for coffee? What's going on? But for office? Yo, imagine.
Number 1, and this should fill you with absolute dread. I can now run for political office. Let me clarify that. I can run for most political offices, including senator, although there is the caveat with that I have to have been a citizen for 9 years. So you're going to have to wait till the 2030s until you can vote for me. But I can also run for governor of Illinois, and there are no terms on how long I have to have been a citizen for that. That does vary by state, but Illinois' laws are thus, so I could run today. I should point out, I have no ambition to run for office. I'd rather run away from office, and that's probably what I'll do. And that's definitely true of the presidency, because that's one of the rare jobs in which you not only have to be a US citizen, but you have to be a US born citizen. So the only way I'm going to achieve it is by being cast in Independence Day 3, which frankly is a dream.
Oh, so that's how it works for... Oh, this is cool. But that's how it works for being the president. You have to be born in the US. Makes sense.
Actually, this one might scare you more. I can now legally work for the CIA.
That's cool.
I could be doing intelligence missions in, well, Britain or just overseas. Because by law, the CIA can't employ non-US citizens. You don't have to have been born here. You just have to have US citizenship. And this is actually true of most federal government jobs. Right? I actually did a search on...
Wait, but can't like spies and stuff get a citizenship and then do this? Wait, these are the jobs. Special. Oh, this is cool. And wait, this is on Indeed. Bro, I'm gonna apply. Oh wait, I can't. I'm not a citizen, but I will, and then I'll apply.
Online for jobs for which you have to be a US citizen. There's a surprising amount of them. Social Security Administration, the Library of Congress, the FBI. I could be Fox Mulder from the X-Files. People have often said I look like a young David Duchovny, and they wouldn't lie to me. So that's really cool. If I ever get bored of my job as a YouTube sensation, how could I? Then I could take up a position as the head of the FBI.
Okay.
I can now leave the country.
Wait, what did I say?
As the head of the FBI.
Sure. Unrestricted travel.
I can now leave the country without restrictions. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when I was just a permanent lawful resident, I was prohibited by law from leaving the country for more than 6 months at a time. If I did that, I'd lose my green card and wouldn't be allowed back into the country to live and work.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh.
No longer exists in my life. I can leave the country for however long I want. I could go on that year-long trip to Uzbekistan. Because as you've seen, I'm clearly trying to get my citizenship in all of the EU countries, so why not there next? Uruguay in 2035, by which time I'll be a senator in Illinois. I could do...
You know what? I wonder what person has the most citizenships. and how many it is.
All of that, and then just return to the United States unimpeded and go about my business as I did prior to leaving. It's a small thing, admittedly. I'm not the sort of person that leaves the country for more than half a year at a time, but it is good to know
Right.
that I'll be treated the same way at customs as my wife.
Citizenship for UK. Yeah. Wait, how would that work though? Let's say he didn't have citizenship, but his wife does, right? And they had kids early on. Like, let's say like before this. Wouldn't the kids have citizenship anyway?
I included this one because the knowledge that
Just
I'm about
born
to
there?
impart might be more useful to other people than it is to me. But if I happen to have children that were under the age of 18 who are also permanent lawful residents, they would automatically become US citizens by virtue of the fact that I've just become a US citizen. Come to think
Right.
of it, my wife is already a US citizen, so they probably would have beaten me to the punch.
Oh, so if he had kids already, they would automatically get... Okay.
But as you can see, I have a cat, so we're going to have to look up the laws around animals and whether they adopt human citizenship of countries. What do you think, Kafka?
Hell yeah.
Kafka? You don't care.
Jury
Yes,
duty.
This is where the real cause for celebration comes in. I can now legally attend jury duty. I'm not that excited about it, to be honest. And in fact, it's not just that I can now legally attend jury duty, I am in fact legally required to do so.
Yeah,
And the funny
you
thing
have
about
to.
it is I've lived on this planet for over 40 years, and I've never ever once attended jury duty in either country. However, I have been summoned on 2 occasions. 14 years ago, shortly after moving to this country, I received
wow.
a letter from the British authorities saying that I needed to attend jury duty in my hometown of Grimsby. But because I lived overseas, I was exempt from doing so, and we all parted the night away. A few months
Oh
later,
no, I wonder if I would ever get the letter. I don't even know. I probably have had a letter before and I probably haven't seen it. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I definitely couldn't be asked to go and do it though. Like just go and travel and sit there and
received a similar letter from Indiana authorities saying that Lawrence Brown, you have been chosen to attend jury duty here in the state of Indiana.
Do you get paid for it? Like I'm self-employed, right? So like obviously my job is content creation. Will I get paid for it or no? Or do I just have to go on my own will? Just cover myself.
Remember all of the specifics. What I do remember is I wasn't eligible. I had to write back to them and tell them, ooh, whoever filed my case wasn't very detail oriented. I was much nicer than that. Because I'm not a US citizen. You need to be a US citizen in order to be considered for jury duty in the United States.
You gotta let me know if any of you guys been to jury and done this jury duty and what was it like?
So I got a reprieve and still haven't had to do it. Somebody joked the other day, knowing how this goes, that I'll probably receive that notice before I even receive my US passport. And fine, if I have to be a juror on a case and make a decision about that case, you can rest easy with the knowledge that I used to play the game Clue a lot, so I'm good at working things out. It's probably the candlestick in some room or other involving a person who has a colour for a last name. Just realised that I do. Could get awkward. And finally, as a direct consequence of becoming a citizen of the United States of America, I am now eligible to vote.
Right.
And I'm not just talking about those Twitter polls from my wife's cousin Chad. I'm talking about actual US elections.
Yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. Ooh, Lawrence, you've always been able to vote.
You can vote for Biden and to do an amazing job. There you go, man.
In the midterms
Congrats.
and local elections, right? Wrong. Even as a lawful permanent resident green card holder who paid his taxes and occasionally ate at White Castle, I was prohibited from voting in almost all US elections.
Of course.
And now that those restrictions don't exist, it is my solemn duty not only to register to vote, but to turn up at a voting machine and vote the heck out of it.
And get your vote sticker?
Doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. This is especially important ahead of my inevitable run in the 2034 midterms. And so there's just a selection of the things that I can now legally do as a citizen of the United States.
That was cool. I like how there was quite a few there that was very surprising, really interesting, especially the points of like the CIA and stuff. That was really cool. Leaving a country was super interesting to know. Like, for example, let's say I was actually planning on moving to America. That's something I'll have to look into because obviously I want to see my family in the UK. So leaving the country without restrictions, I'll have to see how I can go about that and stuff. So some really cool points in this video, really interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you think he's missed anything out that you want to add to, just put them in the comment section. Also, let me know if you guys have ever been jury. I really want to know that as well. Really good video. Enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm gaining super close to 30,000 subscribers, so I appreciate any single person that can hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot. I'm also live every single day on twitch.tv/LPWG. If you guys want to check me out over there, get over there, talk to me live, get me to react to things live if you want to. It's a lot of fun having you guys there as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.